You didn't have a marketing problem, you had a sequencing error. And no one told you that before you wrote this check. I want to show you exactly what this means. It's not the agency, it's not the budget, it's not the creative. It's the order that you do the sequence in. And once you see it, every marketing decision after this will be done in this order because it will deliver the best results. It's not a people problem, it's a sequence problem. And also know that I'm kind of on the fence. I think paid acquisition is good, but I'm always going to lean heavily towards organic content. Paid acquisition has its place, but unless you have organic first, your paid acquisition is not going to do much good. Marketing runs on the 4 Ps. This has been standard in textbooks since the 1960s. You could almost call it timeless. Here are the 4 Ps: product, price, placement, promotion. And here's what they don't tell you. That sequence needs to run in order. If you don't run it in order, you will have costly mistakes. And each one of these need to be resolved before you move on to the next one. Promotion is the last P. Why? Because that's what most agencies know how to sell. So let's talk about it. When your product definition is unclear, promotion amplifies the confusion. When your pricing undermines your positioning, it sends you the wrong buyer. When your place is wrong, the channel where buyers actually make decisions, promotion buys attention in the wrong room. That gets expensive fast. And you cannot promote your way out of a product problem. And most businesses skip it entirely. The question is this: is your product or service the only logical choice? That's it. Not the best choice, not the most affordable choice. The only logical choice. I call it a compelling market edge. A compelling market edge is where your product or service is the only specific, ownable, and demonstrable choice for customers over every other competitor in that product category. And it has to be built before an agency touches your marketing. Because if they don't know what your edge is, they can't communicate it. So what is a compelling market edge? It's what gives you an edge in the marketplace and what's going to compel customers to buy. I'll give you an example. A firm I know came to me and said, I just quit my agency for $3,500 a month a couple months ago. I built these AI tools. Tools total, probably about $150. But my sales calls haven't changed. Nothing is moving. I don't get what's happening here. I looked at what he was trying to do and I spotted it within a couple minutes. It was very easy. The problem was streamline X because of our software. Well, guess what? So were 15 other ads on LinkedIn saying the same thing. And they're all making the same claims. His product had no edge, no reason to fix the pain of the customer, and no reason to buy now. The tool couldn't fix that. The agency couldn't fix that. The only person who could have fixed that was the person telling me what the problem was, working with someone who can put it into this compelling market edge framework. Neither the tool nor the agency asked what makes you the only logical choice and who's the specific customer that you're targeting. That's the CME, the compelling market edge. It's the foundation. It comes before everything. I'm not telling you to fire your agency. I'm telling you what needs to exist before you hire any agency, ever. Let me give you another real-life example. I saw an ad on Facebook. This roofing company spent $100,000 from this agency, and they were able to get over $2 million in business from 84 customers. I can tell you right now, there was a lot of wasted money. Yes, he got to over $2 million, but $1,100 customer acquisition cost is ludicrous. When I dove into it, the problem wasn't the agency. The problem wasn't the ad. The problem was the roofing company. Everything was generic and everything sounded like everybody else. So all they were doing was cold outreach. And guess what? When you stop paying for cold outreach, everything goes away. Here's the different story. Another roofing company. They did organic ads. They compounded over time. But here was the difference. They had a compelling market edge that made him the only logical choice for customers. He's not going to have to spend $100,000 to get the customers. He's building a compounding engine. Let's say they ran the ads for 2 years. That's $4,000 a month in ads. The problem was not the ad. The problem was the positioning. So this other company, what happened instead? They did a compelling market edge and they focused on commercial roofing companies. So what did this other company do? They built organic. Organic takes 3 months to kind of get wind behind the sails. 6 to 18 months will be the payback period. But here's the thing, their compelling market edge was focused on commercial property managers, where a second callback could make tenants move out and they'd lose much more. Once that was identified, everything started to fit in place. Promotion and cost per acquisition dropped around 60% because they were more focused on making content and showing expertise of their compelling market edge than they were of pushing out a generic message. And what was a side benefit or a fringe benefit from this? Referrals jumped for them about 68%. No advertising. They got pre-warmed customers that knew they could deliver at the price points they were looking at. Massive difference. And here's what should come as relief. It's not an agency problem, it's a sequence problem. And sequences can be fixed.
Let us help your business improve. Link in the comment section below.